Gentlemen, today we're looking at some Team Fortress 2 weapon concepts I found and compiled from the Team Fortress 2 subreddit. I compiled those that I found funny, interesting, or genuinely cool ideas for Team Fortress 2. The first one is the Boston getup. Disguising as Scout allows you to run as fast as Scout, however, you can only disguise as Scout. Like father, like son. This, genuinely as weird as it seems, I feel like would make for a good Team Fortress 2 weapon. It's a major buff, sure. You can run as fast Scout when disguised as Scout. However, keep in mind, you can only disguise as Scout, and Spy is the weakest class in Team Fortress 2, so I feel like this would be balanced-ish, okay? Hear me out. I'm a spy mid, okay? What can I say? Next up, this video is sponsored by MANNCO.STORE. You can buy and sell Team Fortress 2 items here cheaper than on the community market, which is already good, but not only that, they also host regular giveaways, including right now giving away 3 golden frying pans, which is just absolutely mind-boggling. So check out MANNCO.STORE. Use my link in the description or in the pinned comment, and with that, back to the video. Is the Frenchman's foil. A spy using a rapier as his weapon of choice instead of the knife. This is supposed to make for an alternate spy playstyle or a spy subclass. You get larger melee range, you also get faster attack speed, maybe, you get faster move speed when deployed, you get more max health, you crit on backstab, mini crit on backstab maybe, you don't one-shot with backstab is the main point here. Backstabs don't insta-kill. That is the balancing act here. You get more range, more health, faster attack speed. Some of those stats, you know, a mixture of these. However, you can't insta-kill on backstab. That would be quite cool. A spy subclass that isn't gun spy, sure. Here's the design. Fencing foil, EP, or rapier. It could also be Australian gold, or maybe more paintable, you know. Could use jiggly bones physics. Here's some more concept drawings, and here's some alternate names. I think this is a very cool concept in general. Next concept, more men.
And if that don't work, use more
Men. This is a PDA replacement. Instead of building structures, build a robot that fights with your team. Always costs 200 metal. Robot goes idle if you die. In MBM, can upgrade to build more robots. I feel like this could actually kind of work. You know, you can make a little bot, and experienced players will easily be able to deal with that. It's still somewhat powerful. I mean, depending on the stats you give the thing, of course, but seems like you could actually get away with adding this into Team Fortress 2. This is a wild concept for sure, but one I feel like may, you know, lend itself well to Team Fortress 2. What do you guys think? Here's Anastasia, another minigun for heavy. With this thing, you have 50% faster move speed when the barrel is fully revved up, and 50% faster firing speed. However, you have 50% slower spin-up time, and you are 15% less accurate. Spinning up the barrel creates a louder noise, so really the noise is the main thing to balance this. Enemies can hear you coming, and it's quite some time until you're revved up, so you need to rev up before getting to them, but they can hear you from a mile away, so you'll probably get spammed around corners and stuff like that. Would this be balanced? I see some issues with this. If you're like on payload and you're like on the cart with this with a pocket medic, that is some strong stats, you know, but I do like the idea. I really like the idea. I would love for this to work. I'm just not sure if this is maybe a little too strong. But anyway, that was the Anastasia. Here's the camera. Look at the amount of effort that went into this. Made by Adonis. Or Red. Reusable evidence documentation. From Red, we present to you the camera. Costs 110 metal to build. It does 12 damage with 4 shots per second for 48 damage per second. The sentry has minus 25% sentry health when compared to the default sentry. And it gets this very interesting stat. Unless an enemy spy is cloaked, the sentry will still shoot him even if he's disguised. And it's not upgradable. So this lets you deal with spies. That's it. Not, you know, spies can still decloak on the sentry and circle it while sapping it, which, you know, you can't really do anything against that. But if you really just hate spies, you could use the camera. Would this be a good addition to Team Fortress 2? No, I hate it. I'm a spy main. Okay, I hate it very much. bad. This is bad. But the concept looks cool. Here's the Texas 2-barrel. 2 barrels are better than 1 engineer. So here's the stats. You get 10% increase in range. Pretty good already. You get 40% more pellets. So that directly translates into 40% more damage, I'm pretty sure. But just a little more reliable. You also get 20% faster reload speed and 20% faster firing speed. Very good. Your second shot, however, is 15% less accurate. And you get minus 66% clip size. And also minus 15% weapon damage. So pretty much you just get the Force of Nature from Scout, but different. That's it in a nutshell. It doesn't do the knockback, but otherwise, I mean, I guess the Force of Nature is just the closest thing we have in Team Fortress 2 to a double barrel. So would this work as a weapon? Yeah, toss this into TF2. Not gonna change too much. This would just go over pretty well, I feel like. One of the most vanilla weapon concepts we've seen thus far. Here's the Bang Gun. It's a fake gun. It has a minus 100% damage bonus and minus 99% clip size. And here's the important part. This gun shoots blank bullets and fake explosives when disguised, which is something Spy desperately needs. More disguise utility. You need to be able to shoot while disguised to fool your teammates. This is something I feel like Spy actually needs. This is something Valve will never add because Valve is Valve, but it would have been so cool to get. Love it. Lovely concept. Here's another concept from Red, the Ricochet Dispenser. It costs 170 metal to build instead of the usual 100. Generates metal as a level 2 dispenser, which is very, very good. However, you have minus 95% health regeneration, so almost none. You have plus 20% build time and minus 20% dispenser health. But here's the thing, it air blasts enemy projectiles. God damn. I mean, is that good or bad? You tell me. I think it's unique is what it is. Would it work in Team Fortress 2? I'd actually have to see this one in-game. I have no idea. I can't judge this at all. No clue if this would be OP, underpowered, strong, weak. No clue. Here it is for red and blue team. Here's one of my favorite concepts, the Venus Scout Trap. This sentry gun appears disguised as an enemy team's dispenser. It does plus 75% sentry gun damage. However, it has minus 75% sentry gun range, and the sentry gun costs 200 metal. It doesn't state so here, but I would guess it's also not upgradable. But maybe it is. Would this work in TF2? Nah, I think that's too wild, but it's a really funny idea. Just make enemy scouts run to the dispenser and boom, it's a sentry gun. I like this. I like this quite a bit. Here we have Mechanical Grease. This is an engineer weapon concept. Good old Viertig. When thrown at a sentry, plus 20% faster firing speed and 50% longer targeting range, which lasts for 12 seconds. And when thrown at an enemy, the target has minus 25% slower firing speed and minus 30% slower movement speed, which lasts for 8 seconds. So you can choose whether to throw it at your sentry or at an enemy, or if maybe there's an enemy next to your sentry, at both. Here's the thing though, it replaces your shotgun and needs 25 seconds to recharge. So although this is pretty strong, replacing your shotgun, I'm not even sure if this would be worth it. Maybe if this could coat spies, similar to Jurati, it would be a pretty good engineer site grade though. And the final weapon concept I found for today, the butterfly effect. Here's what this does, or would do. Obviously it's a rocket launcher replacement. Hold down primary fire to charge a shot up to plus 100% rocket speed on full charge. It also has plus 60% reload speed. That is very strong. However, minus 50% base rocket speed and minus 75% clip size. So you just have one rocket in there. You need to charge it up. It reloads very fast, but if you don't charge it up, it's very slow. This to me seems like more of a gimmick than an OP weapon or even a strong and reliable one, but I feel like it would have some places where you could, you know, play with this. I feel like this would work sometimes. Not sure though. Thank you June, Migetri, Nick, Maximo, Coco, Max, Drache, Voltol, Crow, Sleepy Eye, and finally Creed, and myself. I don't know why I'm doing this. Thank you so much for your continued support, and click the video to send to your screen now to stay on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, leave a like or something. I don't know. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.